All right. Boy, it was an extra long break, and I hardly made it back to my seat in time. Yeah. All right. I'm kind of uncomfortable today. That could be part of the whole resting bitch face too. I look a little grumpy today. I'm not grumpy. It's holiday weekend, and I am stoked. I might be a little uncomfortable. It probably shows. So what's going on? Kidaj, hello. You like the break screen? Looks fake. Looks like an act. Oh, it was very real, but things are not always what they seem, are they? Hallucinate! What's going on? How you been? Watch the hips! Oh, please. What's your holiday weekend? What do you got in store? I'm looking forward to that Wormhole Fulton. So we keep talking about the Wormhole Fulton, and it's so cool. You can actually just Fulton people from anywhere, so it will be a big change. Every time I have to drag someone out from under a tent or toss them off of a little sniper tower to be able to Fulton them out, not gonna have to do that anymore. People inside of buildings, if we have to rescue a prisoner inside a building, boom, done. Beautiful weather today in Colorado. Are you messing with me? It's not so beautiful up here today. It's been really, really gray. Maybe it's getting nice. I can't quite see right now, but I was thinking about it this morning, just how crazy gray it was here. Woohoo! Still, holiday weekend. Let's do a main op. Because there are fewer main ops. Chapter 1 was 31 missions. Even though they weren't all about the main story, and some of them were more like side ops that they called main ops, still, 31 unique missions in the first chapter. Chapter 2 is 20-ish, and I say ish because many of them are repeats like these, and you don't have to do them all. We'll do the priority ones. All of a sudden, main missions are not priority missions. Isn't that a crazy idea? Call padding. Well, see, Justice, it was an E-machine. So it needed a lot of extra work. Needed a special touch. Plus, we had to rip out half the components that it came with. As for what we put back in, I'm flexible. It's at 2750. And it's been pretty steady. Past month or so. Keep getting 22 to 24 and it's up to 3K. I don't know what to tell you, Cold Stare. It's set to 2750. And if there were frame drops, I might then see the bitrate bouncing around in an attempt to compensate. But none of that's going on, so.
Find and extract the missing CIA agent. The target was laying low with the friendly Mujahideen during the vocal cord parasites incident. The man headed
Australian
back to
internet.
Zero after the Soviets recaptured it. Check the target's VI on your iDroid.
This might be the one I wish I had brought D-Walker for. Okay. This could be the one. I don't know if I can get there fast enough. No vehicle of any kind. Yeah, this could be it. Why it won't be much help here. Ooh. It's the one I'm thinking of. You can grab them and go and never be spotted, and it's weird. You can just run right in and grab them. The timing's a little tight because there will be guards approaching on walker units of their own. And I might not make it there in time since I'm on foot. This is on PC. Gegner, how are you doing? Welcome back. Maddie, taking off. See you later. Wombat! Formal wear for the win, don't you know it? Doesn't he just look fine? Against that night sky. You getting any time this weekend? You get to relax this weekend, Wombat? Pretty birdie.
You die out here, you could be its next meal. Stay on your toes.
Where am I from? Thank you, Lamia. Oh, God. Well. Just kill me now. Just kill me now. I should be dead already. You really not figured out how to shoot the... I can't even see you. Well, that should not have remotely worked. Quiet's now going to take everyone in the camp and trank them. Man. This is totally the one I was thinking of. We're just going to be able to run up and grab him, except it's probably too late, and I've already been spotted, so there goes the plan. There's one of the walker gear, I believe, that approaches him.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static.
Gunner! Gunner, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. How you doing? There's a guy. Oh, can I get him out of here? Right now. With my ears ringing. I don't like that ringing sound.
Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss.
Flawless work. After getting spotted and shot about 20 times and almost killed, and I should be dead. I guess the Tux is Kevlar. Hey, hot dogs, what's happening? Oh, I am gonna have so many hot dogs this holiday weekend. Hey, pistols, what's happening? Flawless work. Flawless work. Fastest way out of the hot zone. Ooh, hi. That's right back where I came. Let's not go that way. Snake! Snake! It's a hot doggy kind of weekend. Yeah, it is. So, if you run in fast enough, you can just grab them. Alerts aside, there will still be 2 or 3 walkers. Screw ups aside, that's probably one of the easiest main missions to go undetected. Haha, and I failed it. But it is, so remember that if you want to. You can just run in and grab them. Yo, Al, what's happening?
No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission
Friday.
complete.
Boom, bum, 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 bum.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best.
Don't say
boss.
it. Don't
The
say
one
it.
and only.
I got shot 8 times, spotted by 2 guys. They radioed it in, and there was a full-on alert. So this emphasizes what I was told, and I have to concede seems to be the case. We were going back trying to do S ranks during a second playthrough, which was mostly off stream, but we had a few days where I streamed some of that. I was told that, don't try to go for stealth. Don't worry about it. Do it quickly. Run in, get the main objective, get out. You'll get S ranks. That's what just happened. That's why that just happened. Even though I got spotted, no stealth. Have you seen some of the missions I've had, which were just beautiful in one respect or another, but didn't turn out S ranks because they just took longer? They might have been clean, but this is that horrible flip side. Do it fast enough, the game will reward you for it, regardless of what kind of a cluster you created. Yeah, hey, Zigzag, you remember. A few people mentioned it, but it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Welcome back. Maybe you've been out there lurking, but it is excellent to see you and know you're out there. How you been? Yeah, well, like I said, I didn't figure that out on my own. I had to be told. That's what was going on. Sad thing.
Boss, the target filled us in on what's been going on. He betrayed the Soviets, passing information to Langley, but got scared after learning XOF used the vocal cord parasites. Then came feelings of guilt that his leaks sent comrades to their deaths, and fear that America might deploy such a weapon itself. But in reality, XOF and Langley don't have a collaborative relationship, and Skullface was not working for America. Still, I can't blame the man for being afraid. After laying low with the Mujahideen, he tried to cut his ties with the US and return to the Soviet military. But along the way, someone came after him, and he was forced back into hiding. Could have been remnants of XOF looking to silence him. And you know the rest. He doesn't seem to know much about the parasites, but nevertheless, it'd be too dangerous to hand him over to Langley or the Soviets. We'll keep him here as originally planned.
I just caught your last message, Lamia. Cool. Oh, we just got a tape dump. Tape dump. Tape dump. We just had a big tape dump. Plus side, we got hamburgers. Kazuhiro Miller. Hamburgers. Hamburgers. Nobody likes my buns. Bum, bum, bum. 4 more metallic Archaea tapes. All right, that's a little excessive. I like the parasite talk. Generally. It does get a little excessive. But I like the parasite talk. I'll just shut up. We got a lot of tapes to listen to. Go make your popcorn. Popcorn time. Who's got popcorn? Tape dump. Best kind of dump.
Finished development on that battle gear of his. Get back to Mother Base.
I'm a big fan of Metal Gear tapes and codecs. Phantom Pains are not the strongest. There's some good ones, but there's also a lot of just... And we're not going to get to listen to the tape quite yet. For some reason this cutscene is a slideshow. It's going about 5 frames a second. Is that deliberate? It was deliberate. It was deliberate. I'm sorry, Huey. Railgun is cool, but It hovers? Is that what makes it really awesome?
The Battle Gear is an armored weapon developed to take on hostile bipedal weapon systems. But unlike the Soviet-funded Walker Gear, the Battle Gear still hasn't been properly field tested. I'd like to assign a combat unit to take it on dispatch missions, so that we can evaluate its capabilities and reliability. Assuming you've got no objections, give the order to dispatch the unit from your iDroid.
You gonna let me do that? Maybe not till I leave. Can't bring up my iDroid in here. Huey likes railguns. January sounds about right. I don't know when. We did a few streams at that second playthrough. It's how long? 10 days? We've been doing this about 10 days.
Boss, we need evidence.
We're almost done. We're gonna be doing this through tomorrow and then moving on.
Base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Um, 25 guard post captured. Get a tank. Complete mission 32 with an A rank or above. 2 A++ rank soldiers. Complete that mission with an S rank. Get 2 S rank soldiers. What happened next with the Man on Fire?
You mentioned that the Man on Fire was crushed under Sahelanthropus in its hangar.
Yeah. He was caught under the wheels of its transport platform.
But his body wasn't found.
What?
We searched the area the moment we arrived, but there was no trace of him.
I wasn't hallucinating.
I know. I trust you on that. That means someone must have taken the body. But when I got there, everything was still as it was. Even Skullface hadn't been touched. I can't see a reason to sneak into a place like that and drag out the biggest, heaviest guy there.
What are you getting at?
The only option left is he got up and walked away.
That platform ran him over.
Just ran him over.
You're saying that's not enough?
I don't want to believe it, but maybe not. He shrugs off bullets, even rocket strikes. There's no reason to think that would finish him. It seems ridiculous, but I'll start gathering eyewitness accounts just in case.
If you dig up anything concrete, I want to know.
You'll be the first, if I dig anything up. But I hope to hell I don't.
No kidding.
Yeah, I really don't know what I'm going to do, Hot Dogs. I've got more ideas than I want to bring up because it'll just start... We'll just start throwing around their approvals, disapprovals, and there's too many possibilities right now. I'm going to see how I feel about it tomorrow, think about it today, tonight, and I don't have a decision tomorrow. It's possible it'll be a last-minute decision. But as a fallback, if nothing else, the poll winner could be the game played for the 24-hour stream, which right now Infamous is slightly ahead. When am I going to do the 24-hour stream? Going to start it on Monday, the 4th. Going to start it at about 10 a.m. So it's not, I don't stream on Mondays normally. It's an off day for me. It's a weird time, but we'll start Monday morning and run through to Tuesday morning instead of doing the normal Tuesday stream. Infamous is very cool. I think it would work. It might not be 24 hours, even with First Light. Might fall a little short. I'm not worried about that. Alright,
This is yellow cake that Cypher was having the PF's transport. Before we met you, the boss recovered it from a truck crossing the savannah. Are there metallic archaea inside it?
Yes, the archaea metabolize uranium-235 to subsist. They must be stored inside yellow cake, or they cannot survive.
So those biological traces
I like
we
cake
took for
too.
impurities were actually the
Yellow
real
cake.
cargo.
Of course, they are deactivated, so they do not trigger a sudden enrichment. They are like baker's yeast. Yet, they do gradually enrich the uranium as they feed. I imagine you detected weapons-grade traces.
Yeah, we did.
And the malachite that was loaded on the truck had traces of uranium in it, too. So that's the flower, huh? Skullface was gonna sell do-it-yourself nuke kits. The uranium-enriching Archaea complete with a user's manual. And the ores with the uranium could be sourced by the client or provided by Cypher.
Even the trace amounts buried in common ores can be enriched to weapons-grade uranium by the metallic Archaea. Proving that must have been the most important factor of the trials. That and the ability to successfully prevent detonation.
So if the amounts of uranium in the ores are low enough, they can get past any inspection. And you only need a tiny amount of the Archaea to act as the yeast. No great challenge to smuggle that either. The first step towards saturating the world with nukes.
His plan. That was not my intention. My only goal in developing the metallic Archaea was to save the Dene.
What made you think a tool for creating undetectable nuclear weapons would save your people?
After 70 years, the Dene reclaimed the Navajo nation from which we were banished. We bore all the hardships of poverty, but we were proud to live off the land we called our own. But in the moment the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, everything changed.
I don't get it.
The nuclear arms race between the US and the Soviet Union began with the end of the Second World War.
Seriously, Iceman.
Suddenly, there was a massive demand for uranium. And it was our ill fortune that the ground beneath the Navajo Nation was rich with uranium ore. The Black Ana government set up mine after mine, and many of the Dene worked them, never informed of any danger. Every day, they went to work with no protection. The slag was simply piled out in the open. When rain fell, uranium traces left behind would seep out, and when the ground dried, it was blown about as dust. Land and water were contaminated, irradiated. Many of us became sick and died. That pain lives on to this day.
I had no idea.
Wanting more than anything to revive the land my forebears left to me, I was delighted upon discovering microbes that eat uranium. If they could be domesticated, I believed we could rid our land of uranium.
Were you successful?
No. The research called for funding on a colossal scale. But nobody was willing to invest with no prospect of a return.
And that's when Skullface showed up.
Correct. I can save you and your people. We share the same will. That is what he said to me. And I believed him. Black Ana forced me to abandon my uranium cleanup work and focus on nuclear weapons. And he held all the Dene hostage. Today, the uranium mines within the reservation are finally closing down. It is simply less expensive now to source uranium overseas.
New victims, different places.
But uranium is a tactical resource. To rely on a foreign country for it is a difficult decision to make. And he was in the perfect place to influence that decision.
He could have condemned your people to the mines forever.
The contamination comes not only from uranium. The fallout from the Nevada nuclear tests also settled on our lands. As if our fortune were not already bad enough, we are also downwinders. To save the Dene, I must complete my original research.
covers the skull. So the parasites come in different forms. And I guess he'll talk about the one that covers is the name he gives to the one that becomes a stone shell armor. There are different ones. Quiet. Oh.
The one that covers. The parasite that lives on the surface of the skull's bodies is what gives them their power. Similar to my children, who live in my skin. I modified the parasites I isolated from the body of that old man, differentiating them with various abilities. One that can blend perfectly into its surroundings by exposing the pigments in its cells at will. Another that, by harboring multiple species of metallic archaea, can oxidize and reduce metal. Isolating the one that covers and transplanting it into an artificial medium should provide the same abilities as the skulls, but they can only subsist within a human body. Once transplanted into the medium, they will eventually die. Another thing, the weakness of the one that covers is desiccation. Their surface moisture loss is greater than ours. The reason they give off mist is to alleviate this by releasing the salts inside them as microparticles. Water vapor condenses around them, appearing as mist. But this dries out the atmosphere until they cannot even produce mist. And once their supply of water from the host runs out, the parasites are in danger. They, along with their host, enter a form of suspended animation. However, a similar effect occurs if they come into contact with a large amount of water. Rain, for instance. The one that covers will temporarily abandon other processes in his eagerness to absorb the water. Petit Jolone. Make the weather your ally.
Hot dogs, what? Your pizza guy forgot the pizza? He forgot the pizza? Did he, and he came all the way, did he come all the way to the door to tell you?
Hewitt's dug up some interesting facts about our skull-faced friend. 9 years ago, he was
He did, he
exiled
came to your
in
door to
South
tell you?
Africa, stripped of political power. The upshot said he ceased being a serious threat, in Cypher's eyes anyway. They eased up on surveillance, giving him an opening to establish his own military unit, one that answered to his will alone. Those men likely had no idea their orders were coming from Skullface. They probably didn't even know the organization was a part of Cypher at all. Anyway, it was in South Africa where he found renewed interest in parasites. And when he discovered the vocal cord parasites, he began to make his plan. Wipe the English language out of existence. Free the world, not by taking men's lives, but by taking their tongues. In his eyes, the greatest symbiotic parasite the world's ever known isn't microbial. It's linguistic. Words are what keeps civilization, our world, alive.
There was something Skullface said. America is made up of many peoples, but those peoples never mix. Quite so. One nation, home to hundreds of different ethnic groups, many of whom stick to their respective living areas, little colonies, not interacting with other groups, going out of their way to avoid one another, their land, organizations, relationships. Thus, the United States of America is no melting pot. It is more of a salad bowl. It is not made up from one people, but for its minorities to function in society, a common ground is needed. Language. Even if the country is not one. No, because it's not one, a lingua franca is necessary. English. American hegemonism was born from the illusion that English could unite diverse ethnicities. In taking in people from around the globe, America became a microcosm of it. Now the
Nation is messing
boundaries
up the
between
titles.
it and the rest of the world have become blurred. However different our neighbors may be, English enables us to create symbiotic relationships with each other. If English can bring unacquainted neighbors together in America, this should hold true for the world. This salad bowl that is the world can also become one.
The guards were talking in the background, and their conversation was generating subtitles that replaced what Code Talker was saying. So if you were watching the subtitles and listening to Code Talker, that might have been weird. Don't know if you heard the guards in the background.
I have spoken enough. Your men can take it from here. Will you permit me to rest? Have something to eat?
I thought you don't eat.
I can subsist without food. But there is more to the act of eating than nourishment. We receive nature's blessings and reaffirm our part in it. And in doing so, we express our gratitude.
Sorry, it's, hearing you say you don't need to eat and that you're part of nature in the same breath. Anyway, what can we get you? Not exactly a five-star restaurant, but the kitchen's used to serving a lot of different appetites.
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers?
Even we Diné have become Americanized. I eat them often back home.
And you just can't let them go. Well, as far as symbols of the American Empire go, hamburgers are pretty good. The victory of capitalism. Your people suffered so much at the hands of America. And you asked for hamburgers.
You were looking for it,
We
Novo.
have suffered more than
sound.
you can know. But I do not see hamburgers as an accomplice. A single dish, providing a balanced helping of nature's blessings. Meat, grain, and vegetable. How could anyone hate such a magnificent thing?
Says the guy who can survive on photosynthesis. Balance has nothing to do with it. You just like a good burger.
That is also true. Be warned, though. I have very high standards.
Don't worry. I do too. All right then. One good old-fashioned all-American icon coming up.
I look forward to it.
Okie dokie. Wasn't too long. All of that wasn't too long. Special combat deployment, priority deployment, battle gears ready. This is sort of the... Oh, what difference does it make? You send battle gear out on a combat deployment, it's still just a combat deployment. You don't do anything, you just do or don't get the rewards. It's all percentage based. So, do we send our best soldiers for a 66% chance? That's a crummy chance of success. We may as well send some crummy soldiers and take a 50-50 chance. 66 is not that much better. I'm not sending my best soldiers for such lousy odds. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Good luck, B team. Good luck, B team.
Roger.
Hello, Artem. How are you doing? Why are they talking about burgers and photosynthesis? The burgers are pretty straightforward to explain. Code Talker is not normal, and Code Talker does not need to eat. However, as he explained, he still appreciates things that give pleasure, like something that tastes good. And so he's got an appreciation for hamburgers. as that series of tapes, that was the first one, as that series of tapes develops, there's a lot of interesting social commentary that it arrives at eventually. But we're not there yet. Right now they're just talking about hamburgers. He likes hamburgers. So he wants a burger. He's gonna get one. Lord Phoenix, what's happening? I call Pequod to the wrong place. Shit. I so do not want to climb to the top of R&D.
Roger.
Welcome home, boss.
This is Pequod, on station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Whoa, you're blocking. Never mind. Say you're blocking the view. Never mind. Though. Hi. I dropped a smoke grenade and I was gonna check it out, but what was I saying? Mad Dog Muttley. Muttley. Wow. What's happening, Muttley? How you been? Hey, what's going on? Welcome. Lord Phoenix, you're going to Finland tomorrow. What are you going to Finland for? There's some people here from Finland. May or may not still be awake. Because it's the middle of the night.
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions about Emmerich. Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Is it now? Is it time? I have this weird feeling we might actually finish this tonight. It's gonna be close. I want to do all the side ops. We probably have more to do between the main ops and the side ops than we'll do in the next 5.5 hours. But we're not gonna have another 12, are we? I've already been struggling a little bit with the schedule going into this weekend and planning the 24-hour stream and what to do with it. I think Iceman, I think she actually fell asleep. I got a message about moving from the couch. Fell asleep moving from the couch. So if there was I might have actually missed a proper good night. Might have also missed it. Oh. Okay, extract the AI pod. We could actually land right at Central Base Camp, but I thought we could. Why not have a, Yeah, we could land right in the hot zone. Let's not do that. Oh, right on, Lord Phoenix. Home country, you're going there to visit some family members. Family members going around Helsinki. You're half Finnish, by the way. And half Chilean. They don't look Finnish at all. Right on, that's cool. Is that the Fulton done? Have, Wormhole Fulton quite yet, do we? How close to being done was it? To check. 2 pizzas! Oh, yeah. Hot dogs. 2 pizzas. Pizza for the weekend. Wish my pizza delivery guy would be so stoned he forgot my pizza and then came back with 2. Everybody orders pizza all of a sudden. Wormhole, 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Okay, let's delay that main op by 11 minutes. Is that a main op? No, it was a priority side op. We're going to delay by 11 minutes so we can take the Wormhole Fulton. 6 mil. We're sitting on 6 mil. Let's make a couple things. I am not going to use the parasite suit. I've already made it. That's an upgrade, but I'm not even going to use it. I upgrade it. Those are expensive decoys, and I don't usually use decoys. Heavy weapons. Bunch of heavy weapons I don't like to upgrade. Ah, I should have done that already. The Fakkel, that's one of my favorites. See Quiet making googly eyes in the background. Alright, not googly eyes, more like lovey-dovey eyes. Sure, look away when I look. Oh, here she comes. Hello. She's just a little bit of a tease. A little bit. And then she acts like she did nothing. Like you did nothing. You know what you did, Quiet. You know what you did. Bum, bum, bum. Mikole! What's happening? Yes, Lord Phoenix, you definitely can. Mikole, how have you been? Yep, you definitely can. The tux. Bring the tux, aren't I? The tux is actually DLC. That was a gift from Tyler. That was cool. I don't know where Tyler's been, but been wearing the tux. It's fantastic. Love the tux. Okay, B0. I want to have a wormhole Fulton for that one too. How about one more eliminate heavy infantry? By the time that's done, we should have the wormhole Fulton ready, and we can do the priority side op. Doesn't go away or anything, does it? If I don't do it right away. Let's hope not. Hey, can you give a tip? Yeah, you're welcome to. Doesn't mean I'll take it. But. Just a demon tip. Was that girl quiet? Yes, Lord Phoenix, that was quiet. Is the sniper quiet? Sort of. You really like Snake, that's why she's behaving like that. But she was dressed like that anyways. The game's reason for it is that she doesn't actually breathe. Normally she breathes through her skin, so her skin needs to be exposed or else she can't breathe. Is that an excuse? Yeah. You can go scout ahead, since this is an actual outpost. You can actually scout ahead. If it were just a random spot on the map, she would not be willing. Jay, heard if you raise the max level of friendship with Quiet, she could take out bunches of people. She's maxed. Her bond level's been at 100 for a while. That's not required for her to roll heads, and whether you equip her with a tranquilizer or not is up to you. But you see the bond level on that weapon stat development requirements requires 60, current 100. So bond level is maxed. Quiet would do anything for Snake. I'm not going to be able to snipe these guys. They're going to have heavy armor on. With face masks. Sniping meaningless. Well, still don't want to accidentally get into a huge fight. Smoke grenades will probably still work. Sleep grenades don't seem to work. Maybe mine weren't upgraded enough or aren't still upgraded enough. But smoke grenades should disorient them, even if a sleep grenade won't. Why it's not going to be much help here unless we want a distraction. You'd make a very good distraction. At least you hadn't figured that out. Is she an amphibian? She is not technically an amphibian. Not technically an amphibian. Why am I doing that? I don't know. That's probably not that reasonable. Buddies are going to see that anyways. Are they coming running? Actually might be good if they do. They come running this way. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Excellent placement. Okay. Excellent placement. Lucky too, because it's just sort of a guess. Where's Buddy Boy? Now, while he's dealing with that, we go up the tower. See if we can't pull this guy off. He's now aware of some shit going down. Oh! Too late for you. 47 meters, he's still hot. Oh, there he is, he's in the cloud. The stun from knocking someone down does not last that long. But we have only 4 guys, they're all out cold. I think we're good. Quiet can wear clothes, yeah, but it's just kind of a rule breaker. Eventually you can develop the XOF outfit for her. But it's more of an Easter egg. Even if it's not a real Easter egg, it's more of a, you know, a congratulations for taking the game that far.
Subject on board.
Because it technically breaks the rules. We'll ride out on one of the other storage containers. Oh, is that her breathing? She's humming. Yeah, you just heard her humming. A lot of people can't stand it. A lot of people love it. I like her humming. It's short and repetitive, so it does wear on you. Unless you can just tune it out. In and of itself, I like it. So good gold stare. Just the internet. Internet spelling is only a priority if you have extra time to worry about extra stuff. I'm not saying not to spell things right. I'm saying it is more worrying about it when someone doesn't. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, we're close. That wasn't 11 minutes, but we're close. Two minutes. Osmas. Hang out for a second.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static.
Appointments we can make. Sylar! Thank you for the follow, Sylar. Welcome aboard the Starship Chaos. How are you doing? Who are the Diamond Dogs? The clan. No. That's good. You're asking lots of questions because you're interested, right? That's the best way to come at it. Diamond Dogs are the current. Open up a mission list so kind of see quiet in the background there. The Diamond Dogs are the current group of mercenary soldiers that Snake has assembled base with Miller, with Kazuhiro Miller. But they're a group of soldiers for hire, mercs. That's oversimplifying it. But these mercs have taken different forms. God, quiet with the eyes. Through the menu there. It's distracting. Yikes. What was I talking about? Snake. There are different snakes. There we go. There are different snakes throughout the series. It gets really complicated. Al, 15 minutes? 15 minutes? That's pretty hype. 15-minute delivery time and your pizza is wicked. Wicked. I bet the cheese is nice and hot and melty and just perfect. Woo. DMC. Private military. There it is. Wandering puppets have opened up. Despite being freed of the skull's control, it seems their sanity is gone for good. Hey, iPod. Let's not go in hot. OKB-0. We raced through it on D-Walker before. Bum, bum. An actual good camo for this. Where? We haven't put Quiet in any of the other uniforms. I haven't really developed them, and they're not really uniforms. They're things like covering her in fake blood. It's supposed to scare the enemies. He's a sniper. They're not gonna see her. It's just creepy. Zigzag, did you see it yesterday? I made it work. I mean, that whole thing with D-Walker, which is one of my favorite highlights from the past year, racing in with D-Walker, getting excited, but I died at the end, right? Died at the end. I got it to work. Were you lurking the past day or two? Did you see when I got it to work? I went back, tried the same thing, jumped off a D-Walker right before going through the double doors, and managed not to die under fire and up the stairs. System Shock Remastered Alpha. Is the Alpha just available to anyone? I know that System Shock is getting a remaster, but I don't know much else about it. I didn't play the original. I don't know. Keep bringing it up. Maybe I'll check it out. So, the highlight is of the one where I roll in and die in a flight of excitement. Did I go back and do it again last time and get it to work? I don't remember getting it to work. I just remember being excited by the whole thing.
Be careful down there, boss.
And the highlight is of the one where I died. So that's the only one I've seen since. But the repeat went well. It was one take. Made it in. Even though that took about 30 seconds, Skullface talked for so damn long during that cutscene, ended up with an A rank. This is not OKB-0. Central Base Camp, Pod. Which one was OKB-0? The other one I almost went to. Wasn't paying enough attention. Not at OKB-0. This'll still be okay. Quiet, scout it out. I like the Afghanistan Central Base Camp. It can be a fun sneak. It's a great environment. Play around in. There's not as much concrete here as OKB-0. So this is not really a great camo. I don't usually pay too much attention to the camo I'm wearing. More of a Fashion Souls thing. Of all my visits here during this playthrough, I don't think I've been in any of these little prefab houses. Gotta be something cool in one of them. Hey, Claire, what's up? How are you doing? Happy early 4th. You doing anything cool this weekend? Al, you got locked out of your building? Oh, I got you. So briefly, you had to wait for like someone else who has building access. Well, that sucks. One of my clients I was waiting to hear from yesterday and then didn't hear back from emailed me today to say she had been locked out of her new house, Denver. So kind of changed her plans. Quite a few decoys around. I don't usually do anything with them, but... Ah, pizza is amazing though. Good and melty. Go home, Jack.
I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today. Jack, is that you? How many years has it been? The world must be made whole. The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose. And with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the codes. Kill me. Kill me now.
Haha, nice dig.
AI pod launch confirmed. We'll pick it up. I wonder what kind of secrets are buried in it. I'll let you know if we learn something. Got a report from the intel team. Remember how the man on fire was crushed by Sahelanthropus? Well, the Soviets recovered his body. Could he really be dead? Boss, head for Yaha Ovu's supply outpost and secure the man on fire's body. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgin.
Quiet's got her sight on him already.
Talk.
You gonna extract him?
That was stupid. I should have dove, moved something before just lying down. But what I wanted to do, and I don't think I can really make this shot, or can I count on Quiet to make this shot? Turn a little bit. Hold still. Being followed? I thought that guy was following me close. still just coming this way. Why is he coming exactly where I am going? How does he know where I'm going? That guy's vision is way too good. Way too good. Gonna get him killed. They're just trying to get out of here now, right? Oh, it was a side op. It's all done. I forgot. It's sort of like a main op because it's priority and it's story relevant, but it was a side op. It's done. Let's blow the comm equipment and then let's get out of here. It was not a wormhole, Fulton. Not equip it? I need to change it. I think I need to actually change to the wormhole, Fulton. Tabaka, what's up? That music was quiet. Yep, the sniper quiet was humming.
There's something I've been wondering.
Few tapes.
Why are you called Code Talker? During World War II, the U.S. military used the languages of different tribes, including the Navajo, as codes, right? I know the term Code Talker was used to mean people sent to the battlefield to speak in those codes. Were you one of them?
Our mother tongue was indeed used for war. But I did not go. I was already over the conscription age. However, I was made to help craft the codes that were spoken.
All good, hot dogs.
So in a wider sense, you
Joining
could
ya.
call me a code talker for that. Navajo is a complex language, and virtually no one outside the U.S. speaks it. They must have thought it was the perfect language to use as a code.
Yeah, in the end, the Japanese never cracked it. The cipher is king in information warfare.
Of course, they didn't simply speak in Navajo. They created substitutions for words according to a code book, and then translated those into our language. Young Diné was sent to the front lines of the Pacific Theater as code talkers. To fight is an honor for the Diné. They were the pride of our people. But I cannot say this history brings me joy. Words are alive. When they are spoken, life is breathed into them. They become a part of the listener. Our words were transformed into lifeless ciphers and used for war. This, after the Black Ana spent generations suppressing the language.
Oh, look where I am.
I'm sorry. So I guess we shouldn't be calling you
happened.
Code Talker, huh?
No, I do not mind. The reason Skullface called me Code Talker was because I also am responsible for coding language into the vocal cord parasites. I am the same as those young warriors, used for a cipher's sake. I must never forget that. The name, Code Talker, is a lesson carved into my being.
You said Skullface ordered you to weaponize the vocal cord parasites. But you also said he wasn't the reason.
And he wasn't. I was seduced by the parasites. That is a fact.
How? You mean from your curiosity as a scientist?
That I cannot deny. But there is more to it. The story goes back to the 19th century, to my earliest memory. One day, a man from the government visited our Hogan, our home. I cried as he yanked me from my mother's arms and took me away to an Indian boarding school. From that day forward, I became George. This was the name my teacher gave me. I was forced to give up my Diné name, forbidden from speaking anything but English. If we dared utter a word of filthy Navajo, the teacher made us eat a bar of soap.
Yeah, that was the U.S. government's education policy for Native Americans.
To erase our words was like erasing our people. Their education was tantamount to ethnic cleansing. Over time, the overt persecution of our language stopped. But to this day, it continues to be eaten away by the lingua franca, that is English. Many of the Diné outside the reservations can speak nothing else. And it isn't just our language. Across the world, minority languages are being destroyed by dominant languages. Many are on the verge of extinction.
Enter the vocal cord parasites.
Yes, I began thinking that minority languages needed some sort of deterrent against dominant languages. In order that their peoples and cultures would survive. It was then that I came across literature at the Foundation claiming that man acquired language thanks to a type of parasite, one that distinguishes between languages as a precursor to reproduction. If I could just resurrect it, make it more pathogenic, I would have my deterrent against English. But I failed to hide that aim from Skullface. He noticed. Yes, I wanted to retaliate against the English language, though never did I intend to actually use it as he'd planned. You know how the story ends. I was forced to study how to make the parasites compatible with all the world's languages. All but English.
However, he in fact secretly isolated an English strain.
I will not be held prisoner by the man's phantom. The English strain must not be allowed to exist either.
One more.
A ruler's greatest wealth is not money or land. It is the number of individuals under his control. Subjects who work, consume, are there to be used as pawns in war. For a capitalist ruler, his people's power becomes his power. You are the same. With your diamond dogs, you spin it with your speeches. But what you're doing is bringing as much talent as you can into your little domain. Every person another feather in your cap. Yes. Since ancient times, every civilization's ruler has had the same idea. When people unite under one will, they become stronger than the sum of their parts. And the one will is the ruler's will. And what do rulers use to bring people together? Language. In the Old Testament, it is written that only one language was spoken in Eden. A shared tongue that united all of humanity. Mankind eventually grew aware of its power and harnessed that strength to build a tower to the heavens. The mighty Tower of Babel. This angered God, who splintered the language of man, and the tower was never completed. Languages emerged, and the earth was divided as men went their separate ways. Every age is the same. A ruler's first order of business, after conquering new land, is to force his tongue on its people. Ancient Rome, Napoleon, and now Zero. English is wreaking havoc around the world right now. The British Empire tilled the land with war as its hoe, then began planting the seed that is English. Eventually, American capitalism became the new instrument. To play its game of wealth, you only had to abide by one rule: English. By exploiting people's desires, English has become a leash that people gladly wear around their necks, it would seem.
Wondering whether we should wait on the priority side up quickly. You think? Lots of different generic side ops, but we'll enjoy playing them. A couple unique ones, like the priority ones. Doing this repeat time check in my head, going, all right, we almost have enough time to finish the game tonight, but then what would we do tomorrow? There's another 12 hours for tomorrow. After, I mean, even if there's 3 or 4 hours for tomorrow, I'm gonna need a contingency plan. Yeah, Kim, it could have, with the knee, it definitely could have. Problem with things healing that take a long time to heal is they start to feel better, right? They start to feel better, and then you use them like normal when they're not back to normal. They feel better. Then you complicate the healing process, so I've been using my knee more as it starts to feel normal again, and then today it says maybe I caused that setback by using it more yesterday. You should look behind you. Behind me or in front of me? Oh, you mean behind me as in behind me. Let's do a, let's not go secure the remains of the man on fire yet. Let's not do that yet. This is the one, OKB0. Here we go. Let's take Quiet and Square Camo and the Fulton, Wormhole Fulton to OKB0. Ow. I think I need to switch it. Tools. Here we go. Wormhole device. $45,000 deployment cost. I could trim it a little bit, but we don't need to.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Hey, Spider! What's happening, Spider? Thank you for the host, man. How are you doing today? Tell me, you know what? I've been meaning to pick your brain about the Technomancer. And everyone, give the Bearded Spider a follow if you haven't already, and check him out on Twitch. What's Technomancer? Talk to me, brother. I'm interested in the game. I think you know I play the other games from that development company, Spiders. Bound by Flame. I haven't streamed them, but I've played them. Mars, Warlogs, and Bound by Flame. What do you think? You've had 3 or 4 days with it now? When did it come out? The 27th?
Be careful down there, boss.
Doing well. Got your laptop set up for the trip? That's right, you said you forgot you had a laptop. Talk about problems of the modern era. Oh yeah, I've got a laptop. You got Lightroom set up, photos can be processed on the trip. I hope you and the family, all the Spiderlings, have a great trip. It's beautiful here. Okay, OKB0, we're gonna have to pass through. Get there. Shout it out, Quiet. So if you've never seen the Wormhole Fulton, it's pretty cool. It's a tiny wormhole. It's not like the skies open up or some Final Fantasy summons. It's nothing crazy like that. But a wormhole of about, I don't know, 10-foot diameter or something opens up right above whatever it is. Is it the same small wormhole if you're Fultoning something big? Like a storage container? Let's try and find out. Well, screw me. So, there you go. You don't get to see it too well first time. There it is. Wormhole.
Subject on
Try it on something bigger.
the rest of us.
It's a bigger wormhole. Boom! It's gone. Quiet just took care of the rabble-rousers. Rubble. But we no longer have to worry about who's under what roof. Bye-bye. They all just go. Just go.
You gonna extract him?
Preparing. You're always preparing. Just go. Scientifically accurate, 100%. Okay, let's have Quiet scout out the actual base. If she can't find the Diamond Dog and the prisoner that Diamond Dog was trying to rescue. These unlucky dog side ops involve, although they are a chain that's sort of generic, the idea is that a Diamond Dog was out trying to rescue someone, and they failed and got captured. So you have to go rescue both the Diamond Dog and the original prisoner. Technomancer, semi-linear. Story quests, side quests. First week bugs, nothing too game-breaking. Good setting, good lore, but not quite expanded upon enough. It was sort of that, didn't you feel that way about Mars? Warlogs too? It had more potential in its setting than it expanded on with its lore. But it is a small developer. One of the things I've found already about Spiders as a developer that's pretty cool is that with each release, they have improved a number of things. They're learning from every release. And they clearly want to make good games, and they keep making games. So, you know, hard to find fault in their learning experience as a small developer. It's really cool. Watch, actually. The golden opportunity. Grabbed by someone with enough funds to really make it shine. You like it a lot. Cult game category for now. You can't wait for their third offering. Well, that is their third offering, or is there a third one on Mars that's coming? Yeah, if you haven't played their other game, it has a lot of the same weaknesses, but it's a fantasy RPG, action RPG. I think that's Bound by Flame. Hungard? He's been around. I don't know if he's out there right now. But Jill Claire asks, what happened to the person that used to say, Jay, why don't you just give up? That's Hungard. He's around. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my god. And D-Dog, why have you betrayed me? It's not D-Dog. Let him chew on your metal arm. Wow. Spider. That's the powerful statement. I see what you're getting at. That's like the potential in that. You compared him to CDPR, Mars, Warlogs feels like The Witcher 1, but better in gameplay. Pay attention, Jay! What are you doing? And Technomancer feels like their Witcher 2. You should check out Bound by Flame. You might really like it. I missed that on screen. Dracuna. That is an M, right? Not an RN. Dracuma, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. How you doing? I like that. I liked how he turned. I was gonna grab him, but then he turned back this way. Even as he backed away, he turned to check. Double check. I like that. Good man. Someone trained him well. Shit. Do well. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, you didn't see anything. This guy. This is not gonna go well. How did that work? God, that should not have worked. Oh, sweet. All right, this guy gets to come along. Now, no one's gonna see a balloon because there is no balloon. They might see the wormhole, but if they do, they won't know what to make of it. They'll still report it. But on the plus side, they don't say, somebody just got taken away on a balloon.
The rest of us.
See if he radios it in. If he does, he won't know what to say. Something worth looking into here. Yup, something. Let me prepare my something oil then. Left or right knee? Oh, the one I kind of messed up. Left knee. I've got it extended right now. I have a couple pillows on the ground and the knee's in a brace and it's resting on the pillows, so it's extended but not fully. It's pretty comfortable right now. It's a good thing this isn't the main op. Can we actually climb this? Yes. Go, go, go! Faster. Repeat, this is Zulu 3. We need more science funding. Mac, how you been? What's going on? Can I like tiptoe along the wall? I've never even tried. It's not gonna let me try. That'd be cool. I've not been using the stealth camo, and again, this is a side op, so if you want to see stealth camo or anything like that, let me know. Messing around. Cool thing is, Quiet is going to notice that everything's going down, and she's just going to start tranking people. If she hasn't already. Yeah, cease cover is the available command, which means she's already... She just stood down.
Cover me.
Go, Quiet, go. Ooh! And Knight's rolling in. Oh, that's perfect. So Quiet did some scouting, but she didn't find anyone we were looking for yet. Palmerson. I have not ever used the rocket arm. I mean, I hear it's kind of cool, but it's also... I don't know. Maybe we could try it just because it's cool. Get it developed. I don't have one, though, right now.
He's coming too. Roger that.
All right, Denza. Good night, good night. Sleep well, man.
extract him?
Well, I mean, Brewski Data, you can say the name of it if you want, but you would need permission to post the link. I don't know, that's kind of random. Did I miss a first? Oh, there you go. Love the stream. You know, Gaming for Good. Okay, I do know Gaming for Good. Thank you. I do know Gaming for Good. I've not set up anything with them. They're kind of like Twitch alerts. But there's a lot of things Twitch alerts do, that Twitch alerts does, to integrate different things. Last time I looked at Gaming for Good, it was going to cover the basics, but not some of the other stuff. It's a really awesome thing that they're doing. And I may check it out at some point. But right now, Twitch alerts is great. It's doing quite a few different things. This is... sorry, I'm losing control of the situation. We'll have to talk about that later. Who even still sees him? No, thank you, Brewski Data. Yeah, I am familiar with them by name. I have checked out their website a little bit. Probably isn't a good time to talk about it. But if I remember right, they hook up with one specific charity, is it? Is it Save the Children? It's not a, or is there a choice of a few charities that they work with? There are now a lot of different providers for handling donations and alerts. I might actually be looking into DeepBot, because DeepBot has integration with GameWisp and Discord and a bunch of things that I use here. So, you know, I'll take another look at Gaming for Good.
He's coming too.
The fact that they do a charity system is a plus. It's not the only factor. There's a lot of things in getting an alert system set up that matter. Oh, nice, you moved. Excellent. Oh god, I didn't even see them. Damn, Snake! Jesus. Keep quiet. I realize it's a side up, but this is way messier than I expected. Anything I expected to come up with. Oh my god. This is a large installation. There's a lot of guys here. They're all coming after Snake right now.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
He's still... I didn't even think they knew I was there at the time. So the wormhole Fulton is obviously a bit comical. Certainly OP. You would come into a base like this. I can't, this doesn't connect to where I need to go. But the person I'm trying to rescue is indoors, and you'd have to get him out, and it's hairy. So getting him out is not the simplest thing. This is the same place. Same room. And the wormhole Fulton just makes it trivial. Gaming for Good uses the G2A wallet system. Can you explain that a little more? Because I know G2A by name, but I've never used them. What is the wallet system? But you're saying that wallet system forever closes the door to you, though. What's the deal with that?
Okay, subject is
Does it mean all the money that gets processed through it ends up in a G2A wallet as opposed to going through PayPal or something? Hey, T Street. How you doing? Jay, internet's going nuts. Someone showed up using it too much. You'll be back in a bit. All right, Jay, we'll see you later. You get the payout from G2A instead of directly to you. So one additional middleman compared to, say, the other systems? If I'm hearing that right. Hey Jamie, how are you? No middleman, it just goes to G2A. Well, I mean G2A would be the middleman. Money goes from Gaming for Good. Are you saying it goes to G2A and then you would do some sort of a withdrawal from G2A, or do you have to? I mean, you're not forced to spend it on games exclusively, are you?
Leave the rest to us.
Helmet. Stop! Alright, he keeps getting down and his head's about there. He's in some sort of a loop. Guy behind the container is going to get a bit of a surprise. Oh, he's moving though. Son of a bitch must pay. Yeah, just keep shooting. I'm totally gonna leave this cover while you're shooting. You'd have to normally take him out and find a safe spot to Fulton him. With the wormhole, it's trivial, so it is OP, completely OP. But who wouldn't use a wormhole Fulton if you had it?
Leave the rest to us.
So that's the side op. Side op's done. Now we're just messing around. One of the hottest hot zones in the game. Sandstorm coming in. Cool, cool. Yeah, fair enough, Spider. I will pick your brain about it a little bit more. should be checking to see if any of these are flunkies that I don't want back at base. We're past the point of wanting to indiscriminately Fulton everyone. Whatever. Who saw that? In the middle of a sandstorm! Somebody saw that. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get myself put to sleep. Here's what we're gonna do if I avoid dying for another 15 seconds. We're gonna just get out of here in a wormhole. Anyone wanna go through a wormhole? I do. I do. I do. Heal up, bud. Now, my support team is the suck, so there is that problem. I need to wait for this sandstorm to end. I'm not gonna make it out alive. Sandstorm gone? Excellent. 100% chance? Excellent. Boom! Free ride.
Subject on board. Leave the rest.
Entaya, how you doing? Good to see you. Looks so hot. Maybe time for a shower. $600 total Fulton extractions. Here's an extra 180K. Prisoners, soldiers, heavy infantry, mines, tank units, and one cool priority op. Well, side op. Priority side op. I'm gonna save that for after the next break, which is coming up in a few minutes. Let's do one more side op before the break. How about mountain relay base? Oh, that's not at the base. Perfect. Let's do this. Looks easy to get to. Ish. Welcome back, Scarface. What's going on? You were here the other day, weren't you? Welcome, welcome. I don't think the camo works so well when it's covered in that much blood. Quiet is not going to help much here. Nate can manipulate wormholes. It's a very sort of a late game, late stage development, not quite an Easter egg. Why did they do that? I don't know precisely, but in Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, which was originally a mobile game, the Fulton system was used throughout, and it didn't matter where you were. You would Fulton someone from inside buildings and tents and all of that. Maybe that was their way of not totally taking away the easy mode that it used to be. Well, you get far enough in the game, okay, we'll give you your Peace Walker easy mode back. And they called it a wormhole. I don't know. I'm just playing with the idea. But there was no mention of wormhole in Peace Walker. You were simply able to extract people by balloon from inside buildings. Never spoken of. No! What we're trying to do. Hop off now. Same button.
Be careful down there, boss.
Yes, hentai I do. More comfortable for me. I've spent years playing keyboard and mouse games. I ended up with a lot of pain from playing keyboard and mouse games for so many years. I will always use a controller if it's an option.
That's the target.
I'm gonna sneak up right behind these guys if I can. One at a time, pick them off, nice and quiet. Very, very quiet.
You gotta extract him.
Sneak or surprise? Kind of tempting to just drop a smoke grenade on them. When they're coming this way, we're definitely dropping a smoke grenade on them. One of them just stepped outside the range of it too. I should get him. There we go. There we go.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Now, why none of these guys saw that? Why aren't they on some sort of an... Now they see. Now they see. Yeah. Oh, they've still got their eyes on me. Man, they put that flare up at just the right time.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
Did it sail right through? It did. It didn't even land up here.
incoming too. Roger that.
Who does number 2 work for? Anything changed in the poll?
You gonna extract him?
By the way, I think just about everyone who's gonna vote has voted. Infamous is just a tiny bit ahead. Over 80 respondents in the poll. That's awesome. I think we're good. So the question now is not which one so much we'll play first. We'll play Infamous, Second Son, and the DLC, and then we'll go back to BioShock Infinite and its DLC. The thing I don't know is that I gotta do Infamous for the 24-hour stream. And if I don't, we'll start Infamous on Wednesday, probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then BioShock Saturday and Tuesday. Something like that. We're gonna play them both. Mirror's Edge will have to wait. Back to the copter. To the chopper. I'm gonna take a break here. About a 10-minute break. We're halfway today. We got another 4 hours. It's feeling a little bit better than it was at the start of the stream. So I think we're doing all right there. Everybody go stretch your legs. Go hug someone. Talk to you soon.